This might be one of the most meta and confusing videos I've ever had to do. Doctor Who Lux has changed absolutely everything about this show. The God of Light is the latest foe out of the Pantheon of Discord, and what an incredible, meta, mind-boggling episode this was. This is what I love about Doctor Who, when it explores something that cannot be done in any other TV show. But this episode, of course, ended with Mrs. Flood breaking the fourth wall again, saying,
"Limited run only. Show ends May the 24th.
And since this was such a meta episode where the Doctor basically jumped out of the screen to watch Doctor Who itself, which was absolutely hilarious, this line about the uncertainty of the future of Doctor Who sounded very familiar to what we've been hearing about Doctor Who in the real world. The uncertainty of cancellation at the end of this season.
Very quickly, Series 3. Anyone know anything? Series 3?
I don't know.
I'm asking you guys. You should know more than me.
I don't know anything.
And it got me thinking, since this has all been about fourth wall meta-breaking reality moments, does this mean that the finale is also going to be very fourth wall meta-breaking reality, and that this finale is almost going to be shown in parallel with what's happening in our world today? I'm aware that's quite a confusing concept, so let me explain. Firstly, who is Mrs. Flood? It's been the biggest mystery of the show since the 15th Doctor popped onto our screens. Mrs. Flood seems to have the ability of all-knowing. She knows everything that the Doctor is doing. In Season 2, she seems to be following the Doctor throughout time and space in his adventures, and she has the power to break the fourth wall directly, speaking to us viewers in the most meta way possible. She seems to know everything that is going to happen, and doesn't seem affected by the main overarching villains of this era being the discovery of all of these new gods. She knew Sutekh was coming. She's been there to see the destruction of the God of Light, and for all we know, she was the one who picked up the Toymaker's ring at the end of the giggle. And at the end of Season 1, she said,
I'm sorry to say his story ends in absolute terror.
Showing she knows the Doctor's future and how it is going to end. The extreme power of the gods and being able to speak to us directly makes me think she is the mastermind behind the Pantheon gods, and that she might be the god of stories. She could very easily be a storyteller. The audience's narrator, and that all of 15's episodes could be revealed in the finale as being written and shaped by Mrs. Flood, the god of stories. But there's more to it. The final 2 episodes, which is likely to be a 2-parter, where we finally find out the identity of Mrs. Flood, is called Wish World and the Reality War. Wish World comes out on May 24th, which is the date we know the Doctor and Belinda can't return to, but the title of Wish World sounds like a perfect title for a god of stories. A plotline where the episode is shaped by however Mrs. Flood declares, as she can write and manipulate the plotline, and showing the audience her writing the script of Doctor Who by breaking the fourth wall. Then the final episode is called The Reality War. Throughout this reign of different gods, reality seems to have been breaking, especially in this episode where the Doctor literally became 2D. A god of stories who is able to shape and bend free will, and whatever the Doctor does sounds exactly like bending reality, and the finale could be about how the Doctor tries to stop this god from laying out any more stories as it is breaking reality around them. We could even get a scenario where the Doctor ends up coming out of Doctor Who itself and Ncuti Gatwa ends up playing himself for all we know. But why this theory gets me more excited is I think Mrs. Flood could also be a metaphor for Russell T Davies. Throughout this entire Disney Plus era of Doctor Who, the future of the show has been uncertain, and Russell isn't denying the claims that the show could be cancelled, and he's not making it clear that the show will also be returning for a 3rd series either. Instead, everyone has to wait till the end of Season 2. Now this means that either the future of the show is genuinely uncertain, and this fourth wall breaking character could be a very easy way to navigate the show to a pause if necessary, as Mrs. Flood could close the Doctor's chapter or something similar. Or maybe it means that Russell could have been playing with us all, and he's just saying that the show will be cancelled to follow along with Mrs. Flood's plans in the show itself, attempting to end the show from the inside and in a very meta way. When the Doctor stops Mrs. Flood from ending the show from the inside, that's when Season 3 could be announced, and Mrs. Flood breaks the fourth wall and announces it to the audience. Who knows? Maybe she even goes into the writing room and meets RTD in person, and RTD shows he is ready to send off the scripts for the next season. It's kind of similar to that moment in She-Hulk where she goes into Disney Plus itself and meets Kevin Feige robot. But I'm hoping that if this does happen or something similar, it will be a lot better than that. Either way, I think Lux has introduced the way for some incredible meta storytelling, and Mrs. Flood having the ability to break the fourth wall makes me think Russell is not stopping with these meta reality bending storylines, and that our world could have just as much impact as the world inside of Doctor Who. This is making me very excited for the rest of the season. Has what I've said made any sense? Because even to me, it seems very meta and confusing, but let me know if you understand it in the comments. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, do you agree with me? Do you reckon that Mrs. Flood could potentially be the god of stories and could be sort of inside our world writing these stories, and we could get even a moment where the characters end up playing the actors themselves, and this could all get so very meta and messy? If that is the case, I am so excited for it. Let me know if you agree with me or not down below in the comments, and as always, we've been here on Creative Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.